This is EUBANK'S for iFL TV in association with MTK Global. Oh, I don't know how long it's been since we've done this.
It's been ages. Yeah, it's been time. I'm trying to think. Last time I spoke to you, I've seen you, but I ain't actually done an interview or spoke to you probably.
People always tweet me and go, "Oh, you ain't done anything with DeGALE in a while," and I think you can tell people actually that I have genuinely been trying for the last...
Yeah, you have, but I've just head down on the grind, Coach. You know what I've been saying, but you're welcome when you want to come here and interview me and catch up.
Obviously, I won't disclose where we are, but you've you've done all right.
Yeah, I've done all right. I'll say I've invested my money properly. I've looked after my money, so yeah, I've done all right. That's what I'm saying.
So, what's been happening?
Like I say, head down on the grind, Coach. It feels like people ain't really heard from me a lot. People ain't really seen me a lot, but ain't been up too much, you know. Just grind, training, same old really, you know what I'm saying?
By the time this interview goes out, we'll obviously know the fight that was announced. I'll word it as earlier today, in that you will fight Chris Eubank at the O2 on the 23rd of February.
Yes.
It's been rumoured this fight for a long time. It could have happened in December, I believe. That was the first time.
Yep, initially I thought I was boxing December the 1st, then it got moved to the 8th, then it got moved to the 26th of January, then it got moved to a date in February, and then now it's confirmed, it's on, signed, sealed, delivered. Yeah, it's done. Me against you, mate. Finally, a lot of people have been calling for it. He's been calling for it for a long time, been calling him out for a long time, even before he's professional, I think. So finally, I've got my chance now to shut this guy up and basically deal with him properly and finish him because he's been dealt with before and he's going to get dealt with again, and I promise you that.
I just want to ask you where you've achieved everything in your career already, from the gold medal to the domestic titles to world championships twice. Where do you kind of see where your career is compared to where someone like Chris is, who hasn't achieved what he wants to achieve in a world title yet?
Well, Chris is obviously hunting for that world title, but is he good enough? I very do doubt it. As I say, he's been stepped up to the highest level a couple of times before and been found out. He's looked good against these average, fringe, world-class like contenders kind of thing. He's looked alright, but when he's been stepped up to the highest level, someone that can really jab and move their feet and box, he's in trouble. And on the 23rd of February, this is going to be so much fun, Gugan, because a lot of people think I'm on a decline, and I understand that. I honestly do. I do, because my last two performances have been bang average. One of them has been horrendous, terrible. Didn't even look like myself. And the second one was just bang average, but I know I had to be a little bit better to beat Chirac. But I've had all kinds of problems anyway. I had Achilles problem. I don't want to keep going about my injuries as well because it's boring. People don't want to hear me talk about my injuries. I'm getting bored myself, but I've had issues. But it's sorted. Do you know the James DeGALE, Darrell, Booty, Brandon Gonzalez, Periban? He is back. I promise you, man, I can't wait to listen. If I was shot, I shouldn't really be taking a fight with Chris Eubanks Jr. because listen, give him some credit. He is a handful. If you're not that good, do you know what I'm saying? And if I was shot, I shouldn't be taking this fight. And a lot of people think as well, I'm just looking for my one last payday and then I'm going to call it a day. Because in my last interview with Danny Flexen on Seconds Out, I said, listen, I never know what I'm going to do. I may call it a day after this. Well, maybe, because listen, I'm not one of them fighters that are going to be, I'm not going to be one of them fighters that don't know when to call it a day. Do you know what I'm saying? I've achieved everything. My trophy cabinet's lovely. I've earned some good money. I'm comfortable. I'm boxing right now because I'm not saying I'm AJ milled up, by the way. I'm just saying I've earned good money, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm comfortable. But I'm boxing now because I love it. It's a part of me. I've done boxing since the age of 10. I know nothing else. and obviously I'm good at it. But yeah, listen, I still love boxing, especially now. I'm injury free, I'm mentally right, everything, timing right now is perfect, and this is going to be a good performance. It has to be a good performance. I need a good performance.
You're right in what you're saying, that based on those 2 fights with Truax, that people believe that you are kind of on the slip.
Yeah,
maybe that's what Chris Eubank believes as well. But every time, kind of over the last 4 or 5 years, where people have kind of said, "Oh, you know," it's kind of doubted what kind of James DeGALE we're going to see in the ring. Aside from those 2 fights, you've kind of delivered.
Of course, my whole career. Let's go through my career. My career has been. It's been a good career. There's been some ups, there's some downs, but I've had a good go. Do you know what I'm saying? When I retire, people want to go, do you know what? He was actually good. I've won everything. I've done everything. I've boxed the best in the world. I've beat the best in the world. I've won the British title. I've won the European title. I've won 2 world titles. I've boxed in America. I've beat the best names. I've lived the American dream. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, I sit here and I'm proud of myself. But it's not over yet. That's the thing, it's not over yet. It is, man, it's not over. When I was injured and my shoulder, my Achilles and whatever, it was hard work training and sparring and getting through it, even preparing for a fight and getting in the ring, the actual ring, with the lights are on you and everything's on you, and fighting all injured. It was crazy. I can't believe I went that far for the past 2.5, 3 years, boxing all injured. It's just a man I can't believe, but I've sorted it out now. And if you don't get a good performance, then maybe I will knock it on it. Because as I say, I won't be one of them fighters that can't call it a day. I've done everything. But trust me when I tell you, there's still a good couple fights left.
If there were people to knock this fight, I mean, this fight for me personally,
How can you knock this fight?
Hold on.
Go on.
This fight, I've personally wanted to see this fight for ages. So this fight coming about now, I'm looking forward to the build up. I think it's going to be a great fight. I'm really looking. This is one of the fights that I've always wanted to see. And we're going to see it. But I suppose since Eubank, got beat by Groves, and then I suppose if we take that in with your first defeat to Truax as well, I suppose people kind of probably, maybe some people look at it and think, well, what's the point of them 2 fighting? But aside from it being a great fight, obviously you 2 are kind of, I mean, listen, I don't know where your kind of aspirations are to reclaim another world title, especially at middleweight, because you've just relinquished one. So,
well, I spoke to my advisor Al Heyman as well, and I will get a chance to box for another world title before my career's done.
Is this important to you to win another world title, or not really? Is it about getting the biggest fights for the most amount of money? Let's be straight.
I would like to be a 3-time world champion. Yeah, I'd like to win the WBC or the WBA or whatever. But right about now is about being in fights that people want to see me in. I think majority of the England and a lot of the boxing fans want to see this fight. That's what I'm saying. I think the rivalry with me and Eubank
genuine rivalry
that's what I'm
as
saying.
well. Yeah.
Goes back from when he come to my gym. He done 6 rounds or whatever, I don't even know. He left, and the day after he went on Twitter and said he schooled me. It's just a madness. And then from there it's just gone back and forth kind of thing. But I say finally now I get my chance to write him off, shut him up, embarrass him, school him. This won't even be a beatdown, it's going to be a schooling. That's what it's going to be. I'm going to show him how to box again. You know what I'm saying? Because if he ain't brought no one else on his team to box properly, then he's in trouble. You know what I'm saying? But I know this is what Eubanks is expecting. I know he's expecting this. He's expecting to be down after 6 rounds. But he thinks I'm not going to be fit, I don't live the life, I'm going to blow up, and he's going to catch me later on and get me on later on. But we'll see. We'll see. But the good thing is, because we've only got 7 weeks to wait, really. 7 weeks to Saturday. So it's not long. It's not long. So it's a short wait. And I can't wait, literally. I'm flying in the gym. I've been training for so long. I'm in great shape now. I could actually box at the weekend. That's the kind of shape I'm in right now. I'm healthy, I'm fresh, I'm rejuvenated, and I'm ready to go. And I said this before, I've said the mind, body and soul, but honestly, really now, like this is my time. It's like my second coming, that's what it's going to be. I'm going to come again, and this is my time.
This fight will be on ITV box office. Could this fight have wound up with Eddie and Sky or with Frank and BT? There was rumours that this fight could have taken place on the Warrington Frampton card. Was that?
No. I've never heard. No, this was the main bill. Like, it's never been on that undercard. No, I've never heard of that one. But I've been with Val Heyman for the past 4 years, so I'm pretty sure it was going to end up on ITV anyway. But
were you approached from Eddie and Frank about potentially having this fight on their platforms, or was discussions had?
Yeah. There was discussion, but obviously ITV and now Heyman and whatever got it.
Yeah.
Remember, I've been with Val Heyman for the past 4 years. He treated me well, and I suppose he deserves a bit of loyalty.
Because ITV have obviously announced this.
I know.
Great deal.
Mega deal for the next 3 years.
Starting with, Pacquiao and Broner.
Free.
In a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah. It's crazy, yeah, the deal was mad. I say Al Heyman's, this Premier Boxing is breaking into the UK now, so it's competition for everyone as well. So things get interesting.
What did you make of Eubanks' defeat to Groves when you look at that?
I thought Eubank got shown levels. That's what I thought. And I couldn't believe I was sitting in this spot watching it and I was cheering for George Groves. Can you believe that? It is mad. I was going, no, joking, but I was actually cheering for George Groves. But no, I think he boxed well. But I think, as I said, I know he used this. I use a lot. There's levels to boxing, and I think Eubanks found his level. But I'm gonna give Eubanks credit because he is a decent fighter. Because he is tough. His game. He don't mind if it gets hard and gritty and there's blood and whatever. He don't give up. But he's technically not very good. He's a bit all over the place. Do you know what I'm saying? If you stand there in front of him and have it with him, and he could come on top. But if you know how to move your feet and you know how to jab and throw a right hand, you beat him. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's mad to hear you talking that you were cheering for Groves.
I don't know. Well, not cheering, but I was hoping just because Eubank. Do you know what? See Eubank. A lot of people got drawn into the hype because his pops were saying that he's a killer, and his first earlier performances were alright. They looked alright, and he knocked out the Aldrum and Nick Blackwell, stopped Nick Blackwell, and you look at them performances and they were good. I'm not saying he's terrible, but I say no, there's levels to boxing, and I think he found his level. He knows his level.
We haven't heard anything from George Groves since that night in Saudi Arabia, where he was beaten by Callum Smith. What do you think George will do?
Oh, I'm not too sure what he's going to do.
What do you think he should do, in your opinion?
Depends what he feels. If he wants to fight on. Don't know if he's made enough money. I don't know if he's happy with himself, with what he's done in boxing. So it's up to him. I don't know.
Is that fight now dead in the water, would you say?
Me and George Groves would never be dead in the water. Never, not me and George. And I said it before, I said it again, we'd be stupid if we didn't fight again before we give up. But I say I'm not focused on George Groves. Let him do his own thing. I don't care about George Groves, I've been on this right now at all. But obviously he's going to be very disappointed the way he got beat against Smith. Smith boxed beautifully. He's special fighter, a good fighter. Stopping George Groves like that. So I don't know what he's going to do. He's going to be a bit disheartened, losing like that, but he'll probably come back, Groves, and have one more go. Probably.
What about Callum Smith?
Yeah, no, he looked good, real good.
Yeah.
They're real good. But I've always rated Smith. I've never, so I'm saying I've never put him down, or I've always said Callum Smith's a good fighter.
Is that a fight that would interest you?
100%. But let's not talk about this fight, because let me see. I want to show you lot first how me against Eubanks goes, and then we can start talking properly. What I've learned, I'm not going to run my mouth, I'm not going to say too much. I'm just going to see how it goes. I'm going to show you lot. It's going to be very difficult at a press conference tomorrow.
Why?
Just hold my mouth, but I know they're going to try and get under my skin.
Why do you need to hold your mouth though?
Because sometimes you just got to hold it down and I'm going to laugh at him. That's the best way to do it. Just hold your mouth, deal with him on the night and smile at him after.
Because you'll have Senior as well to deal with as well.
That cat can just relax himself and chill and hold his mouth. Because if he starts getting involved, then I have to wild out.
How easy was this fight to get made? Was it?
Pretty easy.
Yeah?
Yeah, Eubanks was pushing for it as well. And Eubanks on it. Eubanks believes I'm going to decline. Eubanks believes I don't live the life. Eubanks believes I'm not fit. Eubanks believes, yeah. I've heard some of the things he said. Honestly, he's so confident. He's going to get a massive shot on the 23rd when he's down 6 rounds. And then listen, he thinks I'm going to die after 6 rounds and he's going to get on top of me and stop me. The fight's going to get easier for me as it goes on. When he's down and he's chasing the fight and he's swinging and he's leaning over his front foot and it's going to get easier. I promise you that. So I'm sitting here just nice and confident, just ready. I'm in such a good position, such a good position right now. Yeah, with training, mentally, I'm just, everything in life is perfect right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm in good shape now. I'm like 9 pounds over my weight now, 7 weeks out. Don't want to start getting out of the abs like last time, but you know what I'm saying? And that's how I know I'm on it. From when months out, I'm watching my weight. I want to be in fantastic shape. Training's perfect. Been sparring for ages. Went to Miami. I had that little go in Miami for a couple of weeks. Sparring out there, training out there, just mixing it up. Sometimes it gets a bit boring over here doing the same stuff. So different scenery, different sparring, nice bit of food. It was nice to switch it up.
Since you joined up with Al Heyman, I know you've had a bit of stick really from the kind of, more so the, kind of the British fans where you've kind of haven't, you fought more so in America. I mean, you've only had one fight here under Al Heyman.
Yeah.
That was the first Truex fight.
The past 4 years only boxed.
Yeah, boxed here once. So people always kind of look at that and they go, oh, but James regrets, you know, not fighting over here as much or not affiliating yourself more with Hearn or whatever.
Right.
But you've...
Let's just go through my career then, since I've been with Al Heyman. I went to Boston, right, and won my world title against DeGALE, quality. My first event was against Butte in Canada, a good win. Then I boxed in America again against Medina, another decent win, but you know what I'm saying. Then I had a unification fight in New York on Showtime, on Sky, getting paid as well. You know what I'm saying? But I understand where they're coming from. Like, I'm a British fighter. Maybe I should be boxing more over here, but as I say, the end bit of my career now. It's time to stay at home.
Is that how you see it? The rest of your fights will be here?
The next couple of years, next year, next 2-3 fights, I don't know what will be at home. I'm pretty sure. Unless something comes up and I've got something over there. But I'm just taking every fight as it comes. Because before, you know, a couple of years ago, I used to plan ahead too much. Yeah, I want him, because I'm going to fight him, I'm going to move up in weight. As I'm getting older, I'm realising, man, especially with my career, you just got to just chill, relax, take every fight as it comes, and deal with it after. I've always been like that as a kid, anyway, just fucking non-stop, like, a bit OCD, a bit mad, a bit...
Do you think you'll be fighting for another 2 years? Or is it dependent on how, obviously, the fights you're in go?
Yeah, it just depends how I'm feeling. Depends, because once you start losing the hunger, there's no hunger left from me, but I'm just saying, once you start, I've been doing it for a long time, Cougs. So I'm saying, and I speak to all different kinds of fighters, and like they sure say, just when it comes to the end, make sure you like call it a day when you should call it a day.
Rather than getting beat to someone that really you shouldn't be getting beat to.
Yes, and that Matthew Macklin said that to me, and I was like, what do you mean? Like, but I'm telling you, after this fight, people go, oh my God, him retire, no way. You know what I'm saying? So, only time will tell. Like our next interview or the one after the fight is going to be interesting. That's going to be the interesting one. But I'm so glad we only have to wait 7 weeks. 7 weeks. It's going to be great. 0-2. Me against Eubank. It's going to be a good one. The press conference tomorrow should be good as well. Interesting. So, yeah.
Do you have any indication on who may feature on your undercard?
Not too sure, but I'm pretty sure Lee Selby, Joyce
Joyce,
as well, yeah. There'll be a couple of fights on there. It'll be a good card. I hate him, we'll stick on a good card. It'll be good. It'll be good.
But it's great. I mean, yeah, like I said, the ITV deal they announced recently is great, because we're going to have boxing free to air as well as pay-per-views such as yourself. So that's part and parcel of boxing now.
Just look at the first show, Pacquiao vs Brown on ITV for